Hey everyone, it's that time again. Welcome to the live stream. It's Wednesday, so we're doing our thing. We're going to throw some paint around. My name is David Lozeau for the people who are new. My name is, I already said that part. I'm a Southern California based artist. I do this every Wednesday for about an hour or so. We're going to sling some paint around. So feel free to hang out, ask some questions. You know, let's just make some art and ignore everything else outside. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining me. And myself, Erica, in the shipping department, we're just going to sit here and we're going to make some art and do what we do. So again, thanks for hanging out and let's get after it. Very excited about tonight's piece. It's been a while since I've done a geisha. So I'm really excited to get a chance to do it again. It's been, I want to say, has it been honestly more than a couple of years, right?
Would have been Ink and Iron. No, not Ink and Iron. Would have been music. What was that tattoo music festival? Musing.
Musing?
Would have been Musing.
No way.
Yeah, and you did a geisha piece. And
well, no, wouldn't I'm sorry, Spoils of War be the most recent one?
yeah, you're right.
It's a couple one.
That's
So
a
it
couple.
does kind of, yeah.
Yeah, the solo one. Well, your first and only solo one was, 2012? Huh.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a while,
Yeah.
as we just walked back memory lane and freaked out about. So so it's been a while since I've done one, and I'm really excited. You know, I had another painting lined up for the live stream, and then this idea came to me yesterday, and I just, push it on through, because that's how ideas happen. Just got to go with it sometime, and this one was ready, and now it's getting painted. So
Melissa Comstock says hello.
hello, Melissa Comstock, keeping your perfect attendance.
When Dizzle over on Instagram says, what kind of paint do you use?
Hey, Wendizzle, thank you. So right now I'm using enamel, which is like a pinstripers paint. The background you see here, all the purple, is basically acrylic, probably about 4 or 5 layers. And then all the color you see here is all gouache, kind of like an opaque watercolor. And then once that's done, then I do this stage here where I do all the line work, and that's again done with the enamel. That's why it has a dark, striking appearance. It's a sign painter's paint, like a pinstripers. You can see those on the cars, the hot rods. You see like the shapes and stuff, the outlines, and the swirls and the pinstripe lines. That's all done with the same kind of paint. So a variety, kind of a mixed media. I don't usually do the gouache on the camera because it's boring. But maybe we'll do that sometime. But it's just kind of it's all the messy underlayer. So I love this part. This is where the detail comes out. This is the part I love to get to. So it's tough to. The underpainting to me is just like the training you do before something.
And Florence over on TikTok says, wow, this is beautiful. Gouache seems like such a cool medium.
Hey, thanks for checking us out on TikTok. It's working today. Good to see. So a gouache for me is, it's one of those things that I think you love it or hate it, but everyone should try it. For me, I love it has kind of a matte finish. You can reactivate it with water. So it doesn't until you seal it. So unlike, acrylics, I could go ahead and add paint and I could mix. It can get muddy because of that. So that is kind of a downside to it. You have to kind of get in and get out when you're putting down colors. But you can just do transparencies and things that you just can't do as well with acrylic. So that's why I kind of enjoy that. Fix this. So I enjoy the gouache for me. I love it, such how fast it is and the transparency of it. So it's kind of like, if you had acrylic that never set. So basically, again, combining ink and watercolor kind of gives you some of the fun parts of both worlds. Canvas shifted on me.
They said your work is beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
No, thank you for hanging out and checking out the work. Appreciate it. And we do this every Wednesday, so hopefully TikTok can be a pain in the butt watching us. Because they only want gamers. So if you want to catch a live stream on TikTok, hopefully we'll be there. And if not, you can always catch us on all the other places in the link. You can't get away from us.
The Reels over on Instagram says this is fucking beautiful, dude.
Hey, thanks, Reels. It's fucking right. Fucking A.
I was thinking, should I omit myself?
No.
I censored it.
No,
I was like,
we're not censoring. This stream is for kids with the supervision of adults. Only language. We don't do anything else besides that. But fucking A. Yeah. It's not Bluey. I shouldn't be watching your kids.
Comstock says we saw the back of David's head. We were shot.
Oh, son of a bitch!
I can't control it.
I try not to too. I even did this side of the thingamabob.
All I can do is gently nudge him to say, "Move your head."
Yeah. So for those who are new, I have a giant head. Okay, it gets in the way of all this. It's very difficult to get the camera and my head in the same room. I do appreciate Comstock having starting a drinking game based on that. It's good.
Her own drinking game.
Yeah, it's just her alone. It's kind of sad when you think about it. But besides that,
I'm very drunk. If it's a game, it's okay. That you're drunk.
yeah, that's how it works. It's way less, whatever it is. Sad.
This is so different from your obligations. So different.
Exactly, and that was kind of the idea. Is I like to revisit subjects and paint some of the same ideas, but I don't want to do the same piece. So I want something that was very different. Again, a little more tattoo style to it, but done my way. I did it my way.
Ryan Bauer over on YouTube says hi.
Hey, Brian Bauer, thanks for hanging out, joining us on the YouTubes.
Did you turn on the air conditioner?
Yeah.
What?
Are you cold?
No.
Now you're cold. Please hold.
I'll
Pause the live stream. Everything's cold. Hold on. There it is.
The conversation before going live was, are you too warm? I said, I'm a little warm, but I think it's a good idea. It's been a little chilly. Turn on the AC anyway.
Because I'm under the lights, man.
Wind Dizzle's saying, are you also live on TikTok right now?
Yes, I am.
Today.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We use a software that lets us go on multiple platforms at once, just so we can reach all the places. You can't do that and not. Sorry, you can only do that if you're streaming video games on TikTok. They have really, really weird rules about it. So I get banned from TikTok after each stream, and then I get re-added. They reauthorize me every other week. So I usually miss a week or two on TikTok. So each time I come up here, I hit the button to reapply, and then I either get reapply and we stream on TikTok, or we have to wait another week.
Of all the things to ban,
I know.
not the hateful rhetoric or
Exactly.
anything like that, but it's the guy that's doing live painting for free.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they said that's crazy. Yeah, we didn't even realize. I think that started in June or July.
And then we kept getting banned, and we're like, "What am I doing to get banned from TikTok every time?"
And they don't really tell you. They're just like, "You're on a ban, and try again tomorrow," or so. It was really vague. And you're like, "Well, okay." And then we would try the next week. We'd be fine, and we did some research on it. I'm like, "Well, we're not going to do video games.
Yeah. So in order for me to do TikTok every time, I have to not from our software. It just makes it really difficult to work that many. We have so many things going on, trying to make this work that we can't do one phone. It doesn't work that way. So if you want to see us all the time, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, no problems. We're always
Even on the website.
Yes, even on the website, you can watch it there also. Those always work. Those will always be up. These can work perfectly too, like normal.
Yeah. Being cooperative now.
All right, it's just one time. I guess. Well, that makes it good. Then that way, in an emergency, I could still get the stream up myself. Wouldn't be a good stream, just so you guys know, but we could get it up. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Amy saying get it up.
No.
They're good on the stream now. The shipping department. If you heard us talk about them, that's the aforementioned. She's like derivative.
We did a Geisha 14 years ago.
Yeah. Look at you going to your real house, sir. She's a bitch. Apparently, she's a real piece of shit, that one. We won't be able to finish this tonight because this is a little bit longer than a little bigger than the pieces we normally do on the stream. So we'll probably do like her head in this whole top piece, and hopefully I'll finish it up in the next couple weeks, and we'll get prints. We will have prints in time for the holiday season to be able to get this in paper and canvas on the site in a few weeks, and the original is still available.
So when does it say?
Great question. What's the name?
Dizzle.
Windizzle. So Windizzle. So for a piece like this, I'll actually scan it and have a small scanner. It's like 1114, and I'll scan it in pieces and then in Photoshop put it together. And then I have a full high-res image ready to go. The colors are accurate to what was painted, and it's all good. Anything that's bigger than that, I do that for like 18 by 24. Once it gets bigger than that, the stitching, it just becomes a big hassle to get on the scanner. So anything bigger than that, I'll actually photograph in my studio here. I have a photo nerd, so I have the camera to do that. Like I've shot pieces as big as 4 by 8 feet, and you just kind of shoot them in pieces. You're good to go.
Isn't your theory basically the best resolution that you can get all your work?
Oh yeah. Exactly. Even my small stuff, I'll scan, super high res, because like Erica just said, I never know what it's going to be needed for, and you can only scan something once. Even those up res images and all that, Google Pixel thing that makes it upscale images doesn't do as good as doing it right then with the image in front of you. So I scan the crap out of everything as to make sure I have, because my stuff's been printed on billboards. I'm thinking you never know. A piece you did 10 years from now, they may go, hey, we want to put it on a billboard. You gotta be able to have images that can do that high res.
Probably only a handful of pieces you haven't high enough. It just always comes down to content.
Exactly.
Whether it's charity or an event you're going to be at or whatever.
We know those images. We know you and I know the ones that, oh man, I never scanned it high enough, and it's haunted us ever since.
at a time when the person who's the commission buyer couldn't pick it up, or there's a number of reasons why you ran out of time.
Yep.
You know, years down the line, and somebody wants to make something large scale of it, to be available, you want to not lose all the definition. You know, early on, you scan, but maybe not at the highest resolution.
Yep.
So we're limited by the prints we can offer.
Yep.
Why would you want to limit?
Exactly.
You know, you might not want to ever print the expense, or do you have the audience to buy large scale pieces of paper or whatever?
You may not
never know when you will.
Exactly. You may not always be in that situation.
And that's, you know, what we can offer an array of canvas photographing your scene. And that just helps us. And in order to not get emotional about it or too attached, you know, you could have to price it. I think as a working artist, price it. Now, how do you make prints kind of for the rest of your life on it? Well, if you can only print at one size, or you can only print at a size that is very expensive, you know, how do you keep functioning as a quote unquote? You know, it's kind of twofold to price your originals to move, and then the back to that is always be able to sell that imagery at a number of prices and sizes. So somebody can come in and buy, postcard size for a book. Well, that's great. I want people to have it. I want people to have goals. I don't want price barrier. If someone wants a big piece, a big room-defining piece, by all means, I want people to have that too. Because we don't want to go online and someone just well, we actually this size and I'm willing to pay for it. We can logically figure what that would cost in other sizes and what we can deliver on. So you're never missing your opportunity to meet a working.
And again,
yourself out of business.
Yeah, exactly. And as a working artist, I mean, I have pieces that, you know, I've made way more off the prints. Like, I mean, I have a couple of my biggest pieces, you know, that they're early in my career, so they weren't that expensive in comparison to now. And I mean, that piece is, you know, paid for our career sometimes. You know, it's amazing what a few of those pieces have done. They, you know, Wings of the House should be named after them because they've literally been so, you know, in the career, they just tell forever.
There's no point holding on a lot of our itchy about that early on. I don't want to sell my original. Okay, well, then don't. But, you know, that has to be part of not with the market art. No. Well, for time, but you know, you want to be consistent. You want the value to hold. And
the advice to anybody who doesn't want to sell their originals, it's always been Eric and I always say, paint more. You're not painting enough. Yeah, you're not painting enough. That's simple as that. I can tell you're not painting enough. If you say, "Oh, I can't sell my originals," you're just not painting enough. Then you should paint all the time so that you're like, "Oh, good, I love this one. I can't wait to do the next one. Get this one out of my face. You know, I want to do the next one."
And if you look at your art as a working artist, if you look at your art as a learning experience, why would you
hold lessons around here?
It's like get it out, get it in their format. You want to show it and to enjoy it. Price yourself in the market. And not open yourself up to selling originals is really strange for me. When we talk to artists about that, the answer is always really maybe. I mean, almost all of the time when I would say, well, why don't you want to sell them? And then in their minds, this is almost 100% of the time. In their minds, they're going to be famous off of this art someday, and then they'll be able to sell these for a ton of money. Weird fantasy, being so successful, kind of very bold, but because almost every artist does it, I find it scary. You're ignorant. You're for sure not going to. And I've all people that said that to us. None of them are famous.
And trust me, I want you to, but you gotta float yourself to get to that point.
You know, so to be so precious about what you fantasy career, where you're going to later like copyright. I don't know who told you that I'm an artist. I don't know, especially people to believe right? You just see that video and now you're a famous IG model or you're a famous artist on YouTube or whatever, and that is such a rarity. And those artists have to keep up. Like they get this huge, we always call it the bomb. We always get this artificial bomb off of getting some video to go viral or to get the attention. But it's like the things they have to do with that, to keep that attention and to keep that level of turns into anything but. It's very, very informative.
Watch me paint in only blue. It turns into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and you really lose sight of the whole and enforce your cost of your art, meaning what you also an influencer. Aren't you an influencer rather than when you're doing silly videos about setting up your studio and the artists online, like that's just part. So it's the attitude towards hoarding your originals and not selling them came way before social media got as big as it is. But the constant that personality trait is consistent. Like they really believe that they're holding something.
Here's and the short story is that you're not going to want to. If you do art for 10 to 15 years and then you become famous, you're not going to want to share those early pieces. You're not going to share the journey and that, your one piece showing next to a piece from 15 years ago.
I think you can fall into the fantasy of being an artist based on how in the 46 I just think people are viewing that as modern day artworks, and it very much doesn't. The concept of an artist living in this big loft in New York with paint splattered clothes and going to these big gallery.
Why are you ruining this for me?
Yeah, these gallery openings where your pieces are selling for $200,000 to $300,000. It's like that is such a rarity. Even these people have gone on to try to do gallery shows, New York or LA, and the shows fall along. So working artists are always moving.
And you can't go on easily, you got to work on your technique. You got to paint. You got to be able to speak to people what you paint. There's painters who are technically way better skilled than I am, but maybe their pieces don't speak to people. You got to find a voice, a style. You got to do these things to be successful, and you got to put in the time and effort to craft what those things are.
And really, is sometimes floating yourself by some prints. Like and painting more. These can really bog you down. Even self-printing for years because it's before the paper and and then just kind of go from there. Now we farm out the print oftentimes, not all the time, but often to a large scale printer so we can do massive printing and save money there. But as you're growing and learning, you've got to kind of move with the times, and that means just sending 1 and 2 off prints when you know a show or on the website. Great, you're trying to recoup some of that money. Keep painting, keep doing that, and believe me, like you said, you're going to look at your old art and
embarrassed
a little. It becomes a learning. The artist is never done. Once they become an artist and when they're young, their style's done. They're growing themselves. Be a crime if it was. Sell those. Be proud that we sold them and happy. We have a buyer base. People that'll early on. We used to walk these 50 years ago. Early work is the coolest thing, and they come back and even more modern work. Side by side, the art's very, very different. But it's kind of that journey they're taking with you. And so let people take that. Don't put them all you or it is that going to share your art. Disney 360, hey David.
Hey Dizzy, welcome.
Hey.
Hey man, thanks for joining us. We're just ranting about crappy artists. I think we're just ranting. Yeah.
Expedition Beast Runners is a lovely.
Aldo in the house. You're gonna be the first one banned from the stream, I'm convinced.
No.
Yeah, we test the ban button.
On other channels, they make it on Instagram. I can report you out, watch stuff. About nothing.
Well, I think that was a good summary though, because we get asked that question a lot. You know, just about a variety of those things we just talked about. So I think that was, while it was ranty and I went on for a while. They're just questions that I know a lot of artists have, and I want to be able to share.
Danielle Beals does incredible work as always.
Hey, thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it.
Danielle,
sorry. Here.
just for people who are newer, do you want to explain what the different paints are?
Sure thing. So right now, if you're watching me on the stream, you're seeing me paint with enamel. Enamel is like a pinstriper paint, so it's completely opaque. It has not a great smell to it. It's kind of like it's in the same family as the model paint we used to have as a kid. This is obviously much more refined and better, but it's the same kind of like lacquery kind of thing where it's super thick. It stays tacky for 8 hours when I'm done. That's now where I carve out all the detail. This is the most fun stage for me. This is the stage I race to get to. For me, it's just all little nooks and crannies and detail. Again, like the hair right here, I could spend just days just doing the hair. So what I'm painting over, colors you see here, and the colors you see here are all gouache. And again, that's like an opaque watercolor. So that's where I do all my underpainting. And the purple layer you see in my background is all done with acrylic. Probably about 5 or 6 layers of acrylic that kind of start lighter and build up from there.
Three distinct
mediums.
Expedition says piece.
Thanks, man. This piece in the frame is 19 by 15. And it's in its own little custom frame. We'll just show the frame. Look at him give me pops. Leading the stream. Look at this guy. So this is the frame that it goes in. So I had this. So yeah, here's the frame. It's gonna go right. Comes.
Vintage frame?
Yes, vintage frames comes right in this. So it pops right over the piece. The piece was designed to go in this frame because I had this frame for a while. The frame I found. I love a little bit of filigree here. It's gonna have a nice feel. It feels like it goes with this piece. So yeah, that'll be framed in there, and that's how it comes.
Thanks for all that info and the things you talked about.
Excellent. Well, thank you again. These are kind of questions I love to share. You know, when we're on the road doing shows, these are things the artists always wanted to ask about, and now we're not doing shows. I feel like I would still like to provide some of that input because there wasn't much help for us finding this information. Artists can be a little closed off or standoffish when it comes to sharing some of that stuff, so we want to not be that.
Brian Bauer says, "Hey, David, looks awesome."
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. I love doing the blue hair highlights on black. It just reminds me of Batman comics. It has that, I don't know, it just has that.
It's always weird when you do it. I've always it's blue hair, but you eventually forget that it's blue.
Yep.
That's all the black was. It's very, very strange.
All over the map.
I was gonna say, since we're about a half hour in, why don't you move more to the face?
Yeah, why don't I? What am I doing? I don't know. I don't have any answers for that.
And then you can do the rest of the
Yeah, sure. That's a great idea. I'm not going to do that, but it's a great idea. I'm going to regret it. Yeah, I'm doing this over here for some reason. Noodling on these guys.
Brian is saying, is this available?
Hey Brian, yes, it's available. So I just showed the frame. Comes in a frame. It's 9 by. It comes framed and it's 1,800 shipped in the frame. I like well,
The geometry.
yeah. I don't think it's triangle. It's this shape. go to the horn. This shape. So this is the frame here. The vintage frame has a little bit of a carved wood cut on top of it. It comes in this frame. And then triangular-ish. And then there'll be prints in both canvas and paper also in a couple weeks. But the original is still available now. She'll be doing her face. I don't know why I'm down here.
Cassie Custom Art over on TikTok says, I've loved your work forever. You're a big.
Oh, Cassie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Again, I love that I can inspire. We're just talking about that. I love that I can kind of share the work in this way, and I miss being on the road, so it's kind of a fun way to still be able to share the art and talk to people and kind of answer questions. So thank you for joining us, and thanks for following the art. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna stop screwing around over there. I'm gonna go back up here because I've been informed that that's a deal. You're right. In the stream. And we're done. You missed it. Don't do the spell at all.
Thank you for joining the hair painting.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. I keep going over. It just keeps flipping my brush over. I want to do it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna stop.
But it is a funny thing, like when you do a little.
Yes, I'm left-handed. I got to kind of work from right to left. Sometimes I'll paint myself out of an area. Like the fact that I know I'm not going to finish this on the stream means I'm going to leave it to dry, which means I can kind of be stupid with it and not worry as much. I mean, I can just jump around because I'm going to come back anyways. But on a like right now, if I'm going to do her face, I can't go back over here after her face is done because right in there. Oh yeah, because I'll see something that is for me. It's like glaring. I'm like, oh my god.
Like if it's in the hair clip, but not the hair.
No, because you got to. I like to. I know. Why are you pointing out my weirdness, man? Why you gotta do that?
We've gone down this road.
Yeah. We're not trying to finish it. We're going to bail out on all of it.
So yeah, but then the weird thing is coming back to a painting.
Yeah.
You're always like,
I have an irrational. Yep.
Like, what if you didn't mix enough, or right? Don't you worry.
I have a strange irrational fear that I'll forget how to paint and match the rest of the thing. So I'll go into paint and my painting won't match. Like but for years, I don't work on multiple pieces at one time. I'll work on one piece and then finish it because I feel like I'm gonna do something or forget how to paint that way. I don't know. This isn't like 4 days mental problems.
Isn't it every day?
Thank you for the pumpkin icons. It's that time.
It is that time. It is very much that time.
So for any of you locals, I will be out and about. I'll be painting in Oceanside on the 26th, Sunday. I'll be there from the Day of the Dead Festival from 9 o'clock to 4. 10 to 4, sorry.
So the 26th of October.
Yeah, 26th of October in Oceanside, right on Pierview Way. You can't miss it. I'll be there live demoing all day. I have a little booth. I'll be there. I'll have a look at originals. I'll have some calendars with me. I'll have some stuff. Come swing by and say hello. So I'll be there all day. And if you can't make that one, I'll be live painting at the end of De Reyes in Old Town San Diego on November 1st. I'll be there from 12 to 5. So again, come hang out any of those opportunities. It's good to go to the house, do some art. So hopefully we'll catch some of you out there.
You should remember that's so funny. Brian is. He has
The Stormtrooper bike, right?
there's a little diver painting.
Oh, right.
Thank you. It just takes me a minute to remember the name.
It's a blur to me too. I forget. If I don't get to her face, we're not going to get to her face.
Cassie's is your #1 fan on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, if we could just be consistent, I don't know if you heard us laughing, Cassie, before that TikTok bans us every other gaming content in order to
Use a restreaming
use
program.
the restream that we use, so we stream out to multiple. It would have to be over 50% gaming content because we're not banned every week.
You could be.
If you were even joining,
Yes.
because it's impossible to catch us on TikTok because they keep banning us. So rude. So. Okay, so he wants to buy that.
No.
I could show you.
Yep, she'll follow you up with invoice, and we'll get that out to you. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching the stream, and we'll make sure we swag it up too. Because when someone snatches it offline, as it's being done, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But now I'm done painting it. Finished.
Ah!
There we go. It's a choose your own adventure. When you get it, you can finish it. Thanks, GC1. Appreciate it. We're here. We're selling art. It's all happening. And again, for all you younger artists, that's why we do this. That never is not exciting. I don't mean to sound flippant about it. It's still humbling. It's ridiculous to me that this is what I do. Like, I don't take it for granted. I don't, for one day, and I put in a ton of work, and we built this, Eric and I, ton of work to make this what it is. And it's never not still surprising and amazingly rewarding. If someone goes, hey, that weird idea in my head, I want that on my wall. So crazy. I don't know if it'll ever not be. Okay, this one is it's 19 by 15, and it's 1,800 shipped with the frame. And what guys say, we'll swag them up. And the rule is, you got to tag me in the picture when it shows up.
Mia Osai says, miss seeing you at Comic-Con. Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
I know.
Thanks for following us here. So we're coming to your town in a few weekends. We can pretend it's Comic-Con. You dress up. I am not going to dress up.
I think you can show up down at Old Town dressed up.
Wonder Woman.
I don't think you're pretty good.
The one thing I love about the geishas and the samurai paintings is just the detail that you get to do. It's just so unique to that culture. You know,
Yes.
the fabrics, the jewelry, it's just the hair. It's just so amazing. I think that's really why I love painting so many different cultures. I enjoy each culture is so unique in that way. The elements that make it so special.
Red Forever 68 over on.
Thank you, Red Forever. Appreciate you hanging out, checking out the work.
Thank you, ladies.
Jenny Boo. She's like, when are prints gonna be available?
She loves all the fun. Yeah, really, it's very cute, very sassy. Yeah, it's very sweet.
I purposely didn't put any other butterflies or anything else in there.
Uh-huh.
I want her to stand alone. This is a quiet, somber feeling to her that I enjoy.
Which is very dainty.
Yes.
Which is very different from any of the other.
They've always been, yes, they've got warrior badasses. This is kind of the first quiet one. But we do have warrior badass sketch. Remember that one I showed you a while ago?
Yes.
So that'll be a thing eventually too. So we sketch out. So my idea is I keep kind of it's kind of like 3 stages. There's notes on my phone, which is just like a sentence or two about a piece that I have an idea for, and it's like, you know, super loose, like, you know, guy in water, boat, you know, leaning over, cracking, you know, very expressive with words. Then there's the pieces that have actually worked into a sketch. You know, I kind of started it, a Photoshop file where I'm drawing and I kind of am actively doing it. But that takes a while to jump to. I'll come back to it, maybe not my right plan or what I'm painting for. And then there's the, you know, the piece that actively are already ready to go. Sketch is finished, and it's the background's already painted for it, and it's getting painted. But people often ask, you know, do I get, you know, artist block, and, you know, do I ever not know what to paint? And I'll die not finishing all the paintings I want to get done, and I keep that list so that I can be as effective as I can. I love to paint. I want to paint every day, and I want to keep ideas so that when I'm ready. I'm not sitting around going, twiddling my thumbs, going, what should I paint? Those lists have helped me keep moving. Love the hair. I'm not gonna get to her face this time. I know, and there's like another hour of hair just right here. So, all right, we'll do her face. I know. The flop though. The flop.
Yeah, so you say, yep, I agree. It never gets old when someone's one by your stuff.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just the thoughts in your head, and you interpret those thoughts. Anyway.
And yeah, and any maker can appreciate that. It's just like, you know, you slave away, you hope someone's going to like it, but you never know. And especially in this world with likes and blah, 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 all the pressures that come with being an artist, to have someone, you know, give you money is, again, it's incredibly fulfilling.
On a side note, Melissa says, I'm starting to think we won't get to see the school come to life as it were. Paint faster.
You figure out the ban button yet? You figure that out?
I've been trying to get him to, because we were talking before the live stream, just that it's a longer piece than an hour. We want to keep these to an hour so that he should really do a little bit on the umbrella, just to darken the background, a little bit of the hair, but honestly just focus on the skull. And then what is he going to do? Nothing I've asked.
All right, we're going to the skull. I'm going to slide my chair down, get my head out of the way. I'll skull for you back. Look at that. Look at that. Hair is not going to be done. All right.
Yeah, we can't ban you. I have to control the ban button. You would ban you.
I'm not sure. I think you can find the ban button.
So I don't have a ban on everything. Instagram, all I can do is report them. What am I reporting them from? Do you mean telling me to move my big head?
Oh, look at that. She slides an extra fucking. She slides an extra dig in.
That's an example.
As someone might do.
Or
We're on the skull.
This is just peer pressure. How do you do with the neck?
Shut your faces. I have to do the neck first. It's part of the face.
I don't know.
You paint your geisha how you want, kids.
I've never had anyone say, "You know, she has such a pretty spine
Oh,
with that face." No, it's not perfect.
oh. All right. Yeah, do it. I just had to buy me some more darn. Look how good the neck is, though. Come on, look at that.
That's beautiful.
Look at that angle, the skull, the way it sits. Oh, come on. There you go. Here's your stupid eyes. Now the skull's happening. You better know.
Everybody goes, never mind.
Yeah. The stream goes out. Make a graphic that you can play. This piece is just sold. Fireworks, bing bong.
Pew, pew, pew. How was that? I did that all with my mouth.
That was
That wasn't even like actual control panel recording.
pretty good. I guess we don't need that graphic.
Why would you? When you've got me.
Solved.
Beep, beep.
Mm-hmm. Just go polite and get us copyright.
It would be worth it to get some attention to that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like her dainty shoes.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it that way too. We're trying to keep her wanted the hair to kind of end right in that crevasse. Crevassier. Plus, I wasn't allowed to finish the hair.
Finish
We need a piece.
the hair on your own time.
We need a piece that breaks the hair.
You got time for this.
And the favorite thing ever, right here, breaking out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing gives the hair more of a soft, hair-like appearance than breaking hairs outside of that color. And now the most nerve-wracking part is the teeth. Hate that part.
So she really is lovely.
Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, this is I really enjoy the challenge of these kind of pieces. I love the cute stuff because it just has such a sweet feel to it, but I'd love to paint the serious stuff. It just comes with a weight. I'm quite pleased with that. Nice soft mouth, which is tough when there's no lips to guide the shape. Little jawline stripe. It's funny, there's stuff you can do to make a female skeleton look more female.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some of the jaw softening, some of the shapes. Erica's a great judge of, I ask her, is this female enough? Did I do this enough? She's seen so many. I think she's legally a skeleton expert.
Yeah, another certification.
Yeah. I don't even want to give any more nose lines because it's so soft.
I totally agree.
Yeah, we're gonna keep her. Yeah, we're gonna keep her soft.
And forehead stuff. And
Yeah.
I think it's
Less is more with her. She's just ordained to want to keep it that way.
Yeah. Like real porcelain tall.
Yeah. Right about an hour
We're
now.
at the hour, yeah. I mean,
All right.
I want people to see the face. And
Yeah.
Obviously, there's so much more work to be done.
Let me do we'll do about 5 more minutes. We'll just meet a few more. I'll sleep better having done.
Yes,
You guys forced me into
we
this.
did. I do feel not bad about it. It too. So feminine. It's so like her little hair and it's just,
Yep, less is more.
I do like the line breaks, the whiskeys that don't
I know it's crazy the difference it makes.
Yeah.
It just softens everything. We're gonna do one more. These. You gotta remember it's black hair, so this needs to go.
I like this piece better than any other game.
No, all right then.
I just feel like she
has a maturity that the other ones did, and because she is true to the geisha. The other ones we did were very, were warrior. This is more about, yeah. And we don't do a lot of demure pieces. We tend to be not violent, but tend to be warriors, and the strength kind of tend to show that, and we rarely show softer. All right, I'm just going to add some more detail in the neck here. But again, thank you guys all for hanging out. Appreciate it. We do this every Wednesday. We do, again, smalls, bigs, pieces. We do, we've done watercolor. We've done digital drawing, a little bit of everything. So, we kind of hang out. We make art, and we just talk art. So feel free to come by. If you like the stream, tell your friends. And, and again, thanks for hanging out. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. So thanks again. Take care.